Okay, so this is take one of Quest the documentary. I'm just gonna talk about the series I made, the home movies me and my friends worked on for like what? 5 years now, I think. I don't know. It's something like 5 years. Because I'm the one that shot and edited most of these, I guess I'll have more to say than everybody else, because their clips were like 5 minutes for this cut. So, I just need to pull up the questions and videos so I can have reference or things to comment on. So the first question is, what can I remember about being in my first Quest project? And this is basically it. It was just Ben had come over, my friend Ben had come over to my house for the first time to hang out, and he was just like, hey, you want to go outside and do something? So I was like, sure. I let him take my Minecraft sword. I had gotten my helmet from riding my bike and my sparring gear from karate, while I'm wearing my damn Sonic shirt and gray sweatpants, looking like a friggin' gremlin in the camera. And I grabbed my skateboard that I'm pretty sure I couldn't ride anymore at that point because I had gotten too big and the wheels were busted. At this point, I had done a little bit of experimentation with like video shooting and editing and all that, but this was just me and Ben messing around. And I just decided, fuck it, we can record this and make a video out of it. Now that I'm like editing the video together, and I've gone through like everybody else's takes, I can see that like a lot of us don't really remember Quest 1 that much, which makes sense because it was just me and Ben. But everybody remembers Quest 2, which I don't blame them. I barely remember Quest 1 because I only remember because I made it. I remember almost everything I make, but like Quest 2 was the one where, you know, everything started to look how it would go on to look, you know? The video is like, 2 minutes long. It basically started the whole trend of these videos just being music videos we made. Only in like later years we would add like story context to this and say, oh yeah, this was me and him founding this group that would go on adventures together. And the whole time the video is just us beating the shit out of each other with a guitar, a sword and a skateboard, and running away from each other. The music used was I can't remember what it was. It was like this one Japanese like soft rock song that I have found like a year prior. Because at this point I was like 1 to 2 years into like starting to animate. And I just started getting into a lot more Japanese music because a lot of the animators I followed were into that kind of thing. I edited this entire video on this nasty ass old backwater program called, I think it was some Video Pad Editor, something you should never have heard of or whatever. I still have the files. I can't access them anymore because I don't have the program. I've since moved to Adobe Premiere. But that was just a whole time of experimenting, trying to find like what worked, what stuff I could use since my laptop wasn't that strong. So I had to figure out like what were my limitations, how can I get around them. A lot of experimentation with like shots. I don't know what this was, panning the video up while we were still like walking away. And you can see in the video us walking back to get the camera because we didn't walk off far enough. Like if you look closely enough in the video, I'll probably edit it in and like zoom in so then you can see it. It was just me and Ben hanging out, me experimenting with video editing and all that stuff. Soft Japanese music, Ben hitting me with my own Minecraft sword for like 15 minutes straight. This editing mistake still lives in my head rent free because I don't know why I didn't think to like walk off a little bit further. Like I knew what I was going for, I just didn't think it would show up in the video. The original uploads for Quest 1 and 2 are not public anymore. For Quest 1, it's because it got copyright struck because I use like 1 or 2 licensed songs in there. You're not not gonna stop me. I'm gonna keep using licensed music in these videos. You're not gonna get me. And then Quest 2, both also because of copyright strikes. Quest 2 got taken down as well, but that wasn't because of copyright strikes. That was because of me. And both these videos were re-uploaded into like a 2-package deal called Quest Redux 1 and 2, to where I just edited together Quest 1 and Quest 2, and I like added small little interjections to transition it with what little drawing ability I could like throw into the video. I didn't know how to edit that stuff in correctly. And then just a small bit of like what the plot of Quest 2 was. This was before the Popeyes chicken sandwich came out, but for some reason we kept making jokes about Popeyes and their deep fryers. And that ended up being the plot of Quest 2. We were on a quest to go stop an evil Popeyes from turning people into chicken or something like that. Deep frying people or something like that. But you wouldn't get that from watching the video because, again, we don't talk for most of it. It's just us hanging out and doing nothing for real. But what we did do,
what we do here is
we
go back,
shot a music video. We didn't look at it like that at first. It might as well have just been a music video because it's just us walking and posing.
I was in like middle school, 7th, 8th grade. It was at my house. It was a birthday party. Alex, Ben, Luke, Andy, Alex L, and my nephew Sebi were there.
What I remember from the first Quest project was it started off as like a hangout, and then I guess somebody was like, why don't we make like a sequel to Quest or something? And so, I mean, I'd seen the first one, so I was down with that. And we just like had fun. We ran around, you know, like kids around the neighborhood, like probably annoying the heck out of some people, but it was really fun overall. It's still something I look upon fondly. I think it lasted that whole sort of day. I think I just like started at like 1 or something, and then it ended like 7 maybe, I think, because I mean, if you see the video, the last part that we filmed is the cover of the Smashing Pumpkins song, and that was literally the end of it pretty much, so it must have been around 7. But anyways, fond memories. Such a great time, even though some of us probably hated each other.
It's Killer B. I was up in that Quest series, and it was an honor to be in it. I don't remember too much about being in the Quest series, to keep it 100 with you. But I remember being there. I remember having the Nerf guns. I remember being lit. I remember we were going on a quest. So, hey, what need I say more?
What can you remember about being in your first Quest project?
What I can remember about being in my first Quest project was, I remember we were just all hanging out at Antonio's house, and pretty much, like, the guys just like, oh, let's go film something. So we just like went around and we just beat each other up and stuff, and it was pretty fun. It's pretty good. All right.
This was like me really experimenting with like ideas. I was really just doing whatever came to my mind first, because I was the one holding the camera. It was just me holding the camera. First time we ever got everybody all together like this, because at the time, my friend Ben, Andy, and Antonio, John couldn't make it. They were in a band called Blemish or Stun Phasers at this point, and they were having rehearsals, so they invited me and Alex L, and eventually we just went to go hang out, and Antonio brought his nephew with him too. And we walked to this part of Antonio's neighborhood that was just empty. It was like a hill and like a path. So we just recorded this whole like anime shot music video to GTA San Andreas' theme song. I think this is probably one of the more funny bits about our entire whole movie series, is that there really isn't a plot. It's just put in after the fact in group. At the end of the video, around this time, me and Ben were talking about that fact that there's legit no plot to Quest. It's just us hanging out. And so we both had the idea where we're just like, hey, I can draw cartoons, you can make music. Why don't we just like make an animation out of this? which was a good idea, but like we were in middle school, so.
What was the Quest animated series and where is it now?
It's not happening probably, but it was a concept that we all created, especially Alex, Darren, and I did, where we wanted to do a series of shorts that are mix of like the Team Fortress, that have like our Team Fortress 2 elements mixed with Quest, but are also like kind of resembling Toonsies shorts. So yeah, man.
What is Quest animated? I don't know.
Okay. What was Quest the animated series and where was it now? So as far as I know about Quest the animated series, that has been in development hell for the last 5 years. I don't know. The last I heard about it, cause your boy made the theme song. Last that I heard about it though, it was just that. It was just, Alex made a little animation for it. I haven't seen any Quest animated series, like super related things. So hopefully it's hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't know.
What was Quest the animated series? Where is it now? Quest the animated series. You know what kind of sucks about this is that I can't really answer a lot of these questions really well. I don't think I could describe what Quest the animated series is. Just know that it was awesome and it was Quest and it's not available. And we'll just say we're working on it for tax benefits.
And for Quest the animated series, I remember you made, I think it was the trailer for it. I'm in it. Like, I know I'm in, like, the trailer. Like, I'm in, like, a small scene of it. And it was supposed to be a whole thing, but I think you only made maybe the trailer. I also remember the video game trailer for Quest as well.
I think it was... I'm probably wrong. I think it was a collaboration between Alex and Darren wanting to make something more. I think specifically Alex, mostly Alex. And then it just kind of didn't fall through. I'm not sure why. I think it's because the dudes kind of ran out of steam, didn't want to do it anymore, or just couldn't. I'm not sure. I'm actually not. I don't draw. I do draw. I don't animate. So.
What was the Quest animated series and where is it now?
Well, originally it was supposed to be like a show that we actually showed the real story and stuff. We did it right before COVID, but it never went anywhere. So I don't know where it is. You tell me, Alex. Where is it, man? I don't know. I've been waiting on it. I've been seeing drawings and stuff, but nothing. We did a whole animated intro for it, dude. We made a song for it.
The idea for formatting it this time was to make little short episodes, little shorts, and then we compile them into one big episode. So even if we didn't have like a 15 minute long plot, we could just throw together a bunch of funny shorts and call it an episode. It's like throwing darts at a wall and hoping one of them sticks. So I put together this animated intro, and a lot of it is reused animation from the original intro, except for some bits that you can probably figure out which ones are like the newer bits, spliced together with stock VHS footage and a bunch of artwork that I'd done at the time. And there's like a halfway point in the video where you just stop seeing a lot of my drawings in the video, and that's because my back started to hurt so bad when making this, to the point where I was just kind of like, okay, no more, I can't do it. So I just started like, I took specific bits from the VHS footage to like close out the video. The song used, this is when I started putting in more of my personal touch into like what Quest sounded like and looked like. So I put in instead of like a Smashing Pumpkins or any like rock or soft rock or any of that, it was 1629 by Lil Uzi and Playboi Carti, because I was really into Lil Uzi Vert and Playboi Carti. Those are like two of my favorite rappers. I still have the album downloaded to my phone, and it's like my go-to. So I just used that song. I was gonna do like a good minute of the song for the intro, because that's how long animated intros usually are, especially for like Japanese and anime intros, even though we were more cartoony. So, but again, my back started to kill me, so I just said, you know what, fuck it, let me just chop this down to 35 seconds, which was probably the best move I could have made, because I feel like this works better when it's shorter. This animated intro has been in every single art show since I've gone to Albert Einstein High School. Whether you've seen it or not is in the air, because how we do the art shows sometimes with that slideshow, because it's so short, it's so like easy to get dug into like the rest of the art and stuff. So it's a whole lot of waiting around to see it. But it was in the last art show we just did. My last art show, so you've probably seen it more than you would have liked to, maybe. Who am I kidding? Y'all loved it. But yeah, you've probably seen this like 1,000 times now, if you did go to the art shows, if you paid attention. I think it was a good thing that I used Playboi Carti's music for this intro, because that made it stand out a little bit more. Especially because we don't really get cartoons that like implement actual like rap music and stuff like that. Especially trap. We will never get no intro like this for a cartoon for a long time. At this point, my art had like slowly started to mold into what it would become now, especially with character designs. When I draw me and my friends, I like to do my best to incorporate like the stuff we usually wear at the time. So like all stuff before Quest 3, you'll likely see me wearing the red scarf in my drawings. At this point, I started to recognize that I wore this black and white jacket a lot. Antonio's always wearing some sort of like jacket over another jacket and maybe a hat. If Darren's not wearing a hoodie, it's likely a sweatshirt or a t-shirt that's like one solid color. And then Daniel's just worn the same hoodie since we've entered high school. But at this point, you can start to see my art style solidify into what it is now. Though for the last year, things have kind of gotten in a like... It's that shonen creep that you've been drawn too long now, so you gotta start cutting down on some of the details to save yourself some trouble. And it's not in this cut, because it was a band rehearsal. I think everybody had like decided, I don't remember what led to it, but they wanted to play a song just to make sure they got practice in. And I think this was one of the hugest contributions Ben had made to Quest, was its music choice and the sort of music I would like put into it. They had done a cover of Tonight by the Smashing Pumpkins, just because Alex L was there and he could play violin. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason they picked that song, other than Ben liking Smashing Pumpkins. And I remember, I think it was 8th grade at this point. Quest 2 had been out for like a minute. Ben had told me, hey, can you take down that, can you like remove that part of Quest 2? I don't really like that cover anymore. And I was trying to argue with him like, no, it's fine. We'll love it later on. He's like, no, we won't. Just delete it. To which I was right. I was right about that. We still love that cover. And I'm going to find that cover and put it somewhere in here now that we're all looking for it again. But that became like, going forward, each quest would have a song associated to it, especially when I made it. So in Quest 2, it's Tonight the Night. In Quest 3, it's Tonight again. And because at this point it was 2020, the pandemic just hit, and I started watching Breaking Bad. Out of Time Man was like really, that song is associated with Quest 3, but I'll get to that. I can't remember what Quest 4's was. I'm pretty sure I just put like royalty free music in it because I did not feel like editing it all together when I first made it. In like the current upload of it, it's all edited together how it was intended to be seen, but the license free music is still in there. In Quest VHS, it's Cold in Here by Lil Ugly Mane because Antonio was the one in control of the playlist for that, and I actually like that song. Quest VHS 2 could have like multiple picks, but given that the music video that is associated with that one, it's probably just Saint Pepsi's Enjoy Yourself. The teasers for Quest have a Brent Faiyaz song and Guts' theme from Berserk. And then Quest 2.5 Double D's, which is like a spin-off in between video between Quest 1 and 2 and Quest 3. What song did I use? It was 1955 by the Smashing Pumpkins to kind of keep that thematic line going through the videos, as well as another Berserk song. But at this point, there was like a long break between Quest 2 and Quest 3. And it was like a joke in the group that Quest 3 was just never going to be made. Because in Quest, by 8th grade, it was me and Antonio's birthday. We share the same birthday. And the plan was to record more of Quest 3 at his birthday. And I would edit it together and put it all together there. That shit didn't happen. We recorded like a little bit of the footage. We recorded like a good 15 minutes, I think. That's a guessing number. It was more like 5 minutes of just us messing around in front of Antonio's house. It has the first appearances of Darren in the series. Luke's there for the first time. And we were supposed to record it on Antonio's birthday, to which we didn't. We just started messing around and having fun at his birthday, because of course we did. To which I wish I recorded more of that, because there was a lot of funny stuff that happened that night that I wish I had on camera. We were playing Manhunt at 10 o'clock at night around his neighborhood. I think it was Andy and Alex L got into a slapping match near 11 while we were still outside. Friggin', we had to do a whole search for Ben because he was somewhere in a good hiding spot. And then we spent the rest of the night playing Smash Infinite on my laptop, to which, till this day, Ben will still ask, "Hey, do you still have the SD card?" And I've just said no. Spoiler alert, or I'm sorry, Ben, but that was a lie. For a few years, I did still have Smash Infinite on my laptop, and then I deleted it because it was taking up too much space, and I was getting sick of being asked about it. I don't know. If you still have your Wii, maybe one day I'll burn the game to an SD card and give it to you. It's pretty easy to do now. I mean, people hack their Wiis in 5 minutes, which is also another in-joke about the series, that I couldn't mod Ben's Wii. I don't know. Maybe that would have been the conflict of the original cut of Quest 3. Like every horrible movie, there's always reshoots to get in the way. But Quest 3 didn't suck, so it's the best one, actually.
Walking out for love, I'm walking out really down in a cool breeze. I'm gonna be late again, driver wait for me please. I'm running all in vain, trying to catch this train.
about being in my first Quest project was definitely, it was Antonio's birthday party, and I was in a very short scene. It was me and I think Darren Fighter, and I was wearing my Dragon Ball Z Hot Topic shirt with Shenron on the front. And the story was kind of weird back then. I honestly don't understand it, but I remember like my first main one was, I think it was Quest 4, Quest 3 or 4. It's the one where Ben becomes evil. I was in it, and where I kept running away from him, and I was over quarantine, so we were all wearing masks, and we were behind Sherwood High School most of the time.
I remember it was Antonio's birthday. I don't remember like which birthday it was, but I think it was the 7th grade or 7th or 8th grade. I remember the jacket I wore that I don't wear anymore because even though it was like super huge, it's weird. Like that jacket I wore was like super huge. I had my hood on the entire time. We were doing like this JoJo stand thing. I was like Luke's stand.
We were helping Antonio move because he now moved out to Frederick. But we were also just kind of screwing around. At this point, I had a copy of Adobe Premiere pirated, to which I don't care what you say, I'll never pay for an Adobe product. The video has a bit more editing to it. It was more of a mix of VideoPad because I was still using that for some weird reason. Adobe Premiere. So I'd done all the like base editing in VideoPad, and then I had like done all the cuts and color correction in Adobe Premiere. So that's why it has this weird pink filter over it, and the frame rate is so choppy. Because this was the point where I was like starting to experiment with the idea of making these look really old and ugly. Like VHS before I had actual access to VHS equipment or analog equipment like that. So the whole first part is just a music video of us chasing Ben, because the plot was that because Ben had died in a Popeye's grease fryer in Quest 2, he comes back to life years later. Ben Simmons! Ben Simmons! And we're trying to hunt him down and like smack some sense into him because he's being evil or something.
Wait. When I come back, that happened.
And because we had shot like a bunch of footage, I think it was mainly because Antonio had also shot some footage. This is like the first time I'm directing other people to like record stuff, because I'm starting to get more of a hang on like video editing at this point. I was directing Antonio on how to record this so then it lines up with everything I did. So while I'm waiting on him to send me those clips, I decided to go digging through my phone for the original Quest 3 clips, so then that footage wouldn't go to waste, and so that if I did bring all my other friends in, then we would have like an explanation or something. Or it wouldn't be like, oh, these people just showed up out of nowhere, even though we just let Luke show up out of nowhere.
Who do you want to make an appearance in the Quest?
I think Sky, Michael, and Balin should make an appearance in Quest. My friends.
Yeah.
Who should appear in Quest? George Clooney. But if we can't do that, I think I guess Balin's cool. But he might be already in Quest, I'm not sure.
Who do you want to make an appearance? Who do you want to make an appearance in Quest? I should probably get a redemption arc. I to be honest, I don't even know how my character ended. I think I screamed something along the lines of Ben Sama.
Ben Sama!
Which maybe not the smartest choice, but let's get me in there again. Yeah, looking at you, Alex.
Who do you want to make an appearance in Quest? Okay, so just anyone? Just like anyone? Just anyone in Quest? I think we should, since we all split up, I think we should bring at least one person from our own individual lives that we found in like our high schools and stuff. Bring them into Quest. Bring them into Quest.
Who do you want to make an appearance in Quest?
I don't know, probably Brad Pitt or something.
Jacob. I want Jacob.
And for guest appearance, honestly, not to be narcissistic, but definitely more of me in it.
Mickey Mouse, Tupac, RX Poppy, Miranda Cosgrove, President Obama, Aaron Magruder, Seth MacFarlane, Logic. I want Logic in Quest just so I can say mean things to him. Because there was like a huge break between Quest 2 and Quest 3, there were like a whole lot more people in our like friend circle now. And they knew about Quest because we joked about it a lot. And the question was always, where's Quest 3? Where's Quest 3? When are you going to record Quest 3? So once we finally did it, it was like this big event. This was the most 2020 shit ever. We sat in a Discord call as I set the video to premiere the next day, right? We all woke up at the crack of dawn to watch it. I think my friend Ebeth was in, I can't remember, was it El Salvador? She was in vacation. So, and she couldn't watch the premiere. So I had to stream the video into the server so she could watch it too. We all sat there for like 11 minutes watching me friggin' premiere this video. It was more like 20 because YouTube adds that little intro thing to the start of it. But y'all sat there, we watched it premiere. This was the first time I tried adding like bits and comedy. This is the one where we talked the most. At this point, this was the one where we talked the most. And there was an actual like through line you could maybe get from this. I added sound effects to the fight and stuff. And you could just hear me in the background trying to direct everybody like, wait, don't start yet, don't start yet. Wait, no, stop punching him, please. And then Luke just runs off. And you see for a bit, me and Antonio just kind of look at each other like, oh, they fucked it up. And he just pushes me towards Ben in a bit of comedy. And then after that, we did a whole bit about Breaking Bad. And this was probably the most well-shot thing we had done up until this point. And it's all this, at this point, I had moved. So I started editing. I think it was like 11 o'clock at night. This was like the last thing I had finished before I had like sent in the final version of it. I think it was 11 o'clock at night. I had to get real close to my microphone to record this bit because my mom was sleeping. So I was like, ah, shit, now I can't be as loud with this speech. I had nothing written and I thought it would be funnier if I didn't write anything for it. So I just got real close to my mic, tried to think of something Breaking Bad-esque to say. And it all ends with this bit of Ben punching this tree that had some sort of lore significance. And there's this really ugly and cheap, like, tree erasure effect that I did by splicing two clips together. And everybody just looking shocked. I used the One Piece to stop you! Something like that. This sort of alludes back to the Quest animated idea. I'm pretty sure I teased Quest animated at the end of 1+2. And the next question was, so where's Quest 4, Alex? To which I wouldn't have been able to tell them. Where's Quest 5? When pigs can fly.
Where's Quest 5?
sometime during the summer, maybe. We've done mostly spin-offs because we haven't had the energy to do a whole story or anything. We usually just like to hang out and record us, like Quest VHS or Quest Double D, if you remember that.
Where's Quest 5? I don't know.
Where is Quest 5? I don't know where Quest 5 is. If I had to guess, maybe you guys are in hell, maybe this time. You know.
Give it like a month or two. When I come home, give it like a month or two in summer. I don't know. But also, I'm gonna go to college, and most people. I'm not gonna say most. Some of us are going to college too. Nathan's going to the military. Alex, I don't think Alex is going to college. He has a teacher job, so he's good right now.
And I don't know where Quest 5 is. I don't know where it could be.
It's gone. It's gone.
Don't ever speak on Quest 5.
I mean, I guess Quest just sort of runs on Kingdom Hearts logic. You have Kingdom Hearts 1, Kingdom Hearts 2, but in between those two, you have Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. Everybody thought that was a spin-off, but no, it's important to the story, I guess. You get Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Kingdom Hearts Recoded. You basically got all 3 Kingdom Hearts games in the span of, 13 years, and everybody was still asking, where's Kingdom Hearts 3? I guess that's the logic with Quest. You basically got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Quest videos. The real question is, where's Quest 8, I guess. If you want to be real technical about it, I ran out of clips to edit into the ending of the video. So I just did a clips compilation from Quest 1 and 2, as if this was going to be the final one. So there's just me in the first quest. There's Ben flipping his hair, and then at the very end, as the song begins to pan out, there's a clip from the performance they had done. Where is everybody now? I can let them answer that. Tonio's going to college. Luke's going to college, and he's also in a band now. He's doing well in that band now. They just performed in Washington, D.C. a little bit ago. I don't know what Daniel's up to. I don't know what Alex L is up to like that anymore. We're all just off doing our own thing at this point, but we all see each other.
Where's the gang now?
College. I mean, the 5 of us is me, Towson, Alex, art school in Maryland, maybe. Probably. Darren, I don't know. Nathan, Air Force. Luke is community college. Ben is theater school somewhere in New York, I think. I don't know where anybody else is, especially Jacob or Alex L. I don't know.
Where are the gang now?
Around? I don't know. Frederick. Alex is in Einstein.
We're all about graduating and about getting big jobs and all that.
Where are the gang now? Last I heard, Antonio was a proctologist or something. I don't even know. Darren's in Arkansas or something. I don't even know where Sebi is. Actually, change my answer to that last one. Fuck my answer. Who do you want to make an appearance in Quest? Get Sebi back in there, because he was the greatest character in that little Quest 2 that we made. He was good. I hope you guys gave him some good development. So yeah, that's the last I heard. Who else was in there? Alex. I don't know. I think he writes for IGN now or something. I don't know.
Now everyone's doing their own thing. I feel like, I'm doing my own thing. I'm rapping, doing my own thing. I'm busting plays, making it shake every single day. You know how I do it.
Where are the gang now? Not with each other right now. I'm in Indiana. Tonio's in Frederick. No, but he's far away, and Alex and Daniel live closer to each other, but really, like, we're all far away. And Nathan's just like, Nathan's in Virginia. Before that, he was in Texas.
It's weird. Ben has gotten like acting stuff in New York, which is crazy. He has nothing to do with Quest now, but like he's in New York now, or sometimes, or once. I'm actually not sure. Dude's unrelated to Quest. We got a couple of buddies in a band for some reason. That's not the point. Jacob is playing League of Legends all the time. Nathan is in the state known as Virginia, sadly. Tonio's, I don't know. Alex is animating, and Darren is also. Oh no, Darren's editing with Nathan, and they're buddies. I'm working on stuff. I swear. I'm doing music, kind of. I'm doing art, kind. It's mostly for me, but some of it.
And where's the gang now? Well, I mean, I'm a rock star now. I make music. I have gigs. It's a pretty big thing I'm doing. It's very exciting.
It's like a 34-minute filler video. This is the first Quest video that's like the length we wanted these videos to be, and it's just because I was recording and messing around. We were at Antonio's school for his play, and it was just me, Daniel, and Darren just roaming around the back of his school where the lights were off except for certain hallways. It was all, it's video recorded at like different aspect ratios, so the editing was a mess. This was the first time we were seeing Darren again in like how long, because he had moved to Indiana over the pandemic, I'm pretty sure. So there's a whole bit in the video where we're taking a cheers. Everybody else is drinking a mug of root beer except for me. I like Gatorade. And then the rest of the video is just us playing Mario Golf and talking shit to each other.